always have a special place in my heart, in my dark, dark heart for Matt Walsh because he gave us What is a Woman. But there's a lot of things that Matt Walsh says that I don't really agree with. But for the most part, at least I think he's not a grifter. He believes what he believes. In today's video, he is supporting or defending cigarettes over marijuana, tobacco over marijuana, chain smoking over being a pothead. I'm gonna stick to this, and no one's ever gonna change my mind about this. If you are someone who smokes cigarettes, if you are someone who drinks alcohol, if you are someone who has more than 1 cup of fucking coffee a day, if you're someone who's fine with big pharma pushing opioids and all these addictive drugs into your community and your culture and your society and your fucking country, and you have a problem with marijuana, you're either a boomer, uneducated, or you're a bit fat fucking hypocrite, because you have really no argument other than, ew, I don't really like it. It goes against my narrative and my ideology. You know, you're a hypocrite. You have to be completely sober off of everything for you to tell me that you don't believe people should be able to smoke marijuana. Matt Walsh came up with a couple of different arguments and defenses why he prefers cigarettes over marijuana, and we're gonna go through some of them here.
Okay, let me note a few thws here. First of all, the whole argument that weed is a plant, so it's okay to consume, is ridiculous. As it grows naturally doesn't mean you're automatically supposed to light it on fire and smoke it.
Talks about how smoking is really bad for you, period, and that's true. Smoking any type of substance, whatever, no matter what it is, even if it's a shisha or hookah, where it like goes through the water and people think it's better for you because the water is supposed to purify the smoke a little bit or filter the smoke a little bit. It's still bad for you. It's a level, it's a scale, but inhaling smoke is bad for your lungs no matter how you cut it. But that's regardless whether you're smoking cigarettes or you're smoking marijuana. However, there's a way to digest marijuana or THC that does not involve smoking. For the most part, at least in the West, the only way to get the nicotine or the tobacco into your body is to smoke it. Most people who are engaged or educated about marijuana know there's a such thing as called edibles. Edibles can be in so many different forms, whether it's food, whether it's candy, whether it's liquids, whether it's pill form. There's so many ways to get an edible, liquid, drops, whatever, where you don't have to actually smoke it. For the most part, people who are addicted to cigarettes, tobacco, or nicotine, the one way they mainly get it into their body is by inhaling smoke. Now, there are people who would do nicotine gum and nicotine patches, and from what I heard, there's not that much studies on nicotine yet, but the nicotine is not as dangerous to you as the shit they put in a fucking cigarettes, which Matt Walsh doesn't talk about at all in his video. There's a difference between pre-rolled cigarettes that most people buy in America or the West and rolled cigarettes. Rolled tobacco, smoking is bad, period, but rolled tobacco is less harmful than the pre-rolled cigarettes we have in the West because of all the chemicals and the shit they put in the fucking actual cigarettes. He goes on to talk about how smoking cigarettes is as American as apple pie and baseball. Is lung cancer as American as apple pie and baseball? Matt Walsh?
Say whatever you want about, say, cigarettes. 2 things cannot be denied. One, tobacco helped build this country. Okay, we would not have a country without tobacco. Without the tobacco plant, this country doesn't exist.
Untrue.
So it has been crucial, central to this country from its foundation. Tobacco is as American as apple pie.
He's literally glorifying like chain smoking. Like he's glorifying your hair and your clothes and your furniture stinking and smelling of smoke. He's glorifying people dying of lung cancer. What the fuck is wrong with you, Matt Walsh?
On a weird random side note, when I was searching for footage of the chain smoker, I came across a weird kink. Apparently, watching women chain smoke is a kink. I'm not kink shaming, but it's kind of weird.
Second, I would much, much rather live in a society filled with people who are on nicotine over people who are stoned. Nicotine makes you more alert, more productive. Weed does not have that effect.
You know what else induces productivity and gives people lots and lots of energy where they can work nonstop for hours and hours? Crack cocaine. Oh, and things like Adderall, meth.
Societally, the effects of cigarettes are actually pretty positive. The effects of cigarettes are actually pretty positive. The effects of cigarettes are actually pretty positive.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Matt Walsh? This is what I'm talking about, you guys. You freaking conservative, right-wing, like traditional trad fucking wife, husband guys. You romanticize the fucking 60s. You romanticize the 50s. No, people weren't just like, prospering because they're chain smoking on a daily fucking basis. There's a lot of reasons why we were more productive back then. The production rate actually went up in America when women got into the workforce, but don't talk about that with Matt Walsh, because that's something he's very, very against. Like, what the... It's just American as apple pie and baseball. Give me another one. Give me another one. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I feel so American right now. Just breathing that smoke. I cannot stand cigarette smoke. And there is a difference between pre-roll cigarette smokes and rolled cigarette smokes, because I travel, I spend a lot of time out of the US, and most people out of the US smoke cigarettes that they have to rolling tobacco, right? It is a completely different smell. When you're around people who do rolling tobacco and people who smoke actual just pre-rolled cigarettes, it stinks so bad. It's so hard to breathe. It is fucking terrible for you. Yes, I ran out of battery again on my camera. I need a new battery. Donate to my channel. Anywho, he's promoting something that's really horrible for people that we've all educated ourselves by now and know how gross cigarettes are. And because marijuana goes against his ideology and his narrative, he really doesn't have a leg to stand on here. Like, if he was like, look, I'm totally against substance of any kind, then I would say, okay, you're consistent. But to say that you are against marijuana because it makes you lazy, first of all, you don't understand the marijuana culture at all. And you can tell when people don't understand the marijuana culture. There's different strains of marijuana. There's sativa and there's indica or kush. That is the one that makes you sleepy or lazy. There's so many different strands of marijuana, which it can be a bad thing and a good thing, but you don't have to smoke the marijuana that makes you lazy. You can smoke the marijuana or eat the marijuana, digest the marijuana that makes you more active and more alert. There's different strains of marijuana. This is how you can tell when people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And so if you're against marijuana because it's mind altering, tobacco is too, nicotine is too. It affects your mind, it affects your mental state, it affects your psychological state, and is addictive. Marijuana is not as addictive as nicotine, and it doesn't have as much health concerns as nicotine, especially when there's multiple forms and digesting marijuana or THC. He wants to accredit some of the economic growth of America to tobacco, and maybe that's true, but if you even know anything about the history of why the marijuana plant or the hemp plant got so demonized, it was because there was a fucking war against a paper company. A paper company wanted a monopoly, and he knew that hemp was stronger and better than paper. He didn't want it to take over, so he demonized marijuana to get rid of the hemp plant, period, so people would demonize the hemp plant. But if you know anything about the hemp plant, it is actually really, really good for you. It's way better than the wheat that we grow, and it's way better for our soil. The soil in America is so destructive, and our fruits and vegetables are so nutritional depleted. If we would have used hemp in the first place, the soil wouldn't be as damaged as it is now. And yes, we're using pesticides and chemicals and stuff like that. Matt Walsh has no what the fuck idea what he's talking about. And again, this is why I say sometimes conservatives have such bad marketing. Educate yourself about marijuana before you talk about marijuana, and please stop fucking glorifying something that's been killing hundreds and thousands of people in America on a yearly fucking basis. Smoking is bad for you, period. But don't act like smoking cigarettes is better than smoking marijuana, because you are a big hypocrite and you have no leg to stand on. Maybe I lost some of you guys. Maybe some of you guys disagree with me. But if you disagree with me, you better come into my comment section and say you are completely 100% sober and you do not touch not one type of substance that also your mindset, your emotions, or your energy levels whatsoever. Because if you do, then you're a hypocrite. Just go in the comment section and say, I'm a big fat hypocrite. I just don't like weed. I don't like marijuana. I'm a hypocrite and I'm proud of it. And guess who else agrees with me with the whole, like, stop demonizing drugs and let people live the way they want to live? Thomas fucking Sowell. And Thomas Sowell is a smarter man than I am, and he agrees with me. So if you can disagree with me, you disagree with Thomas Sowell.
The crusading mentality can easily make things worse. Crusaders cannot accept the fact that they are not God, that they have neither the right nor the competence to run other people's lives. The years that preceded Prohibition saw private citizens take the law into their own hands, entering saloons with axes to destroy bottles of liquor. It was ego-boosting, moral exhibitionism.
Anyway, guys, that's it. I'm gonna go. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you agree with me about Matt Walsh or not? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think he's wrong? Do you not have a cat in a fight? Are you a weed smoker or a THC consumer? Are you a chain smoker instead? If you are, please switch to rolling tobacco and stop annoying everybody else around you with your smelly cigarettes. Anyway, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell to get notifications when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. If you'd like to support this channel further, you can donate, and you guys have an amazing, beautiful day. Bye.
Tobacco is as American as apple pie.